That must be in 2009.
Nine.
I was studying for my exam.
And the girl comes and asks
And
you.
Anna's face was everywhere. I'm reading Anna's face and I'm like,
You're supposed to be reading for exams, but all you see is honest.
Imagine. Because I didn't understand how people fall in love.
Welcome to the Eagle's Nest Mentorship Forum, where we reflect, we resolve, and we retain that which we hear, that which is shared on this platform. And I believe if you are here for the very first time, please just go back to my channel as Steve Wamboye on Facebook, on YouTube, and you'll find an amazing content just about marriage and dating, and I'm sure you will love it. But if you're here and you've been with us all through, this is another amazing episode with wonderful couple, amazing people. Najua utafurahia. I'm very sure you'll be happy to hear these amazing guys just sharing their story and how far they have come in their marriage. Because we're doing this for all of us, not only for you, also for ourselves, so that we're able just to impact our marriages and change our marriages. And every marriage has a story. If you're out there and you have a story, you want us just to bring you on set and share your story, or if you know anyone who you're thinking they have an amazing story, they should be part of this conversation, please write to us. Our number on the screen below. Just write to us and tell us that I know someone who has an amazing story and we'll be glad to bring them on set. Just this is all about transforming people's marriages and their dating lives. So yes, and today we have an amazing couple with us. Some of us may know them. Kuna wale bado wengine mwajui, but I believe some of us really know. For the international speakers, those who know them, hallelujah, amazing Wamboyes. For the local people like me, we in the honest Turi. Anyway, join us, amazing couple. Guys, karibuni sana.
Thank you.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you too.
Hey,
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yes, and I should say these are, I hope we will not make spoilers here. These are amazing friends. You've been friends for a very long time.
Very long time.
Ernest and I actually, in Waturi, we're the same ex-cans.
We won.
That
That was 2008. Yeah.
My friend, decades. And we are both married, these guys are married. Of course, my wife is not here, and I'm married. Yeah, I should say that. I'm married to one wife with one boy, amazing boy, handsome man. Yes, and we are here after so many years.
Yeah.
So these are the amazing guys. Of course, they'll introduce themselves and they'll be telling us who they are. But let me just say, they are good friends of mine, but I will not spoil this story. So it's their story. It's not our story. It's their story to us. I'm just here to facilitate this kind of conversation. So they say men, they say ladies first, right?
Ladies
first,
yes.
but men just before. I don't know about your marriage. 21st century has a lot of stuff. Marriages are struggling, and I'm sure you guys, as a mentor couples to so many, you've had stories of marriages, people just saying, "Maza is not working," and I'm sure perhaps you've had a story again for marriage which have not worked, and you're like, "I wish it had worked, but it just couldn't work." And because when you reflect, you look like things are changing very fast. Technology is here. Somebody has to work. Somebody has to stay at home. You need to bring nannies. You need to bring what to make your marriages work, and it's just a whole confusion into our marriages. And I'm sure you have witnessed that. So there's so many things, and we're just here to talk about that. And how do we help those kind of marriage? But before we get right into this conversation, please introduce yourselves to this amazing audience.
All right. So we are the Wamboyes. My name is Ernest.
And my name is Waturi.
Yes, and Turi and I have been married. I call her Turi for short.
Turi.
For short. So Turi and I have been married for the past 9 years.
Yeah.
We got married on the 1st of September 2012.
What? Yeah, 2012.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
This year we'll be hitting our 9th year.
It will be 9 years this year, and we met just after high school, right?
Yeah.
We met after high school.
Amazing story.
Then we went to the Alliance Française. Was studying French. That's where we met. We met at the Alliance Française, and then we joined the same university. We were both at USIU. We dated for about 3 years.
Yeah.
Then after 3 years, got married. Then after marriage, got the babies. Want to tell them about the kids?
Sure. Yeah, so we enjoyed, I think, just a life as the two of us for close to 4 years.
Yeah.
So as God would have it, and we have no regrets about it. So Tandy came in our 4th year of marriage. That's our first daughter. She's called Tandiwe, which means loved one in Hossa.
Oh.
So it's a South African name. Yeah, Anas is really. I give him all the credit for that.
It's Hossa.
He came up with that wonderful. Yeah. So Tandy turns 5 this July. So
Wow.
in 2016.
The Zimbabweans pronounce it Tandiwe.
Tandiwe.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, loved one, and she truly is draws love towards herself, and she's a very loving child.
Amazing.
And then we had God bless us with our second daughter, Ivana.
Oh, they're just somewhere here, and they're like cheering their folks like, yeah, do it,
Such
mommy.
well-behaved girls.
Yeah, they're just here.
It's silence and discipline.
Just in case you hear, Daddy, don't worry, they are part of the shoot.
Yeah, so she was born in September 2018, and Ivana means God's gracious gift in Hebrew.
Yeah.
So we also are very particular about the kind of names we give our children. It's important to have meaning in names. Yeah, and so we just happy to have the girls. They're like different personalities. They're a joy. They are fun, and yeah, it's been a great adventure.
Wow.
With them. Yeah. So and Ivana obviously turns 3 in
3 this
September.
year.
So
In September.
5
Wait.
and 3.
The other one was born with?
July.
2016.
Oh, I thought it was September.
No,
I was
no,
like, you
July.
guys are September people here.
Oh,
Ivan and I share birthday month, so
Yeah.
I was born in
Amazing.
September.
Amazing.
And then Tandy was born in July. She's a June baby.
Yes,
but the funny thing about our
exactly.
children is that the number of their birthdays, the
Coincide.
date
Yes.
matches with our dates, but inversely.
Boss, nyinyi
So,
mlipanga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah,
So I'm September 14th. So Tandy is July 14th.
Yeah.
Turi is June 23rd. Ivan is September 23rd. You know.
Wow.
Honestly,
Wow.
Yeah.
I was trying to target that with my son, lakini.
Yeah,
Mungu ni
you
nani?
need to be accurate. You need to be really accurate. You know,
But at least,
progression.
at least, guys.
it is accurate. It's not for the
But
faint-hearted.
at least his birthday
Yeah.
it was the same month with the mom.
Okay.
So I'm still waiting for the September baby. So my wife, when you're watching September, is
Yeah.
anywho, yeah.
So apart from that, Tree is in HR. Tree works in HR. She'll tell you about her work. But apart from that, we run a ministry called the Relationship Center,
Yes.
which does a number of things. I would say we espouse biblical family values. So under the Relationship Center, we run a number of things. We have a program called Powerhouse, which is a fellowship for men to help them just get out of the rut of pornography and masturbation addictions, sexual addictions generally. And then we've got we've got the premarital class that just helps young men and women set the necessary foundations in order to marry well.
Yeah.
We've got a podcast called the Relationship Center Podcast, and a host of other things that just have to do with helping young people espouse biblical family values through the gospel.
Yeah.
So that's the heart of our ministry. And Turi helps. She's a very good and instrumental part of that ministry. But apart from that, she's also an HR practitioner. She'll tell you about that.
Yeah, so I serve at Nova Pioneer. So I help the people in education.
You help people.
Yes, I literally
Amazing.
help steer the people. So I head HR at Nova Pioneers for the 6 schools. So I support the schools in Tatu,
Wow.
Athi, and Eldoret.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. I've known these couples and it's just amazing what God is doing in their lives. Of course, I always say, maybe, I don't remember told you guys. I always tell, there's a friend of ours, okay, of course they were friends, called Solo. Let's tell them, honest, those are guys from heaven. there are things the Lord has already ordained and they're just following through. You guys, also you always inspire me, trust me. Trust me, you guys inspire me and you inspire many. Just having seen what God is doing in your lives. And as God is still doing it in my life, I'm excited just to know you guys. And I'm excited to be part of this and also just invite you guys come over. These guys just came over, I asked them and we planned and here we are. And here we are to have this amazing conversation. And Najua, it will be amazing and everyone will love to hear you here. I know one time perhaps we'll have a conversation on men. and stuff. I'm also passionate about just changing the entire person.
Yes.
As you used to say back then, you are a man, not a mouse. Remember that slogan?
That was actually, I borrowed that from a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours called Yansky.
Yansky,
He said, you're a man, not a mouse.
You're a man, not a mouse. One time we just about on how to overcome those stuff, but for today we here to talk about just stuff concerning marriage and dating. So guys, you actually mentioned it's the dating after campus, but that's when you knew each other. That's when you connected.
No, we said dating during campus.
Yeah.
So
how did you guys meet?
So
After high school.
After high school, we were both done with our KCSE.
But you guys didn't know each other then?
No,
Okay,
absolutely not. Though the time in high school, we found out we were just recollecting, just in a timeline, saying, high school, where were you this time, where were you this time? We found out, oh my goodness, we're in the same event, but we didn't know each
Our
other.
paths crossed.
Yeah, our paths crossed. We actually,
From four.
the time there was an event, I was in Sunshine, she was at Kianda. So the time Sunshine and Kianda had a joint French event,
Right,
and we went to meet the French students from Kianda. We met at the Alliance Française, we interacted. And I remember that day we interacted with, I met so many people. I met so many girls from Kianda. So she was among them. So I could have...
So she was naming names. I'm like, what? No, I was with this girl.
So I'm like, we even probably said hi to one another. We maybe even sat next to each other.
That is good.
Yeah. But we were in the same event, in that high school event.
Yeah, right.
But we didn't know each other until we came to the Alliance Française after that high school. And we were both pursuing French.
Yeah.
And then his cousin introduced us. Yeah.
Cousin and Dr. Trupas Amelie, bro. No, just introduction.
Actually, our story was not all sparks like that sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a
But we asked me if she hooked us up. No, she didn't.
No, it was like...
she was just a friend, and
So your cousin or her cousin?
Her cousin.
My
So introduced to Ernest.
So my cousin was like with Ernest. That's over lunch. Then
I
we
used to
met
hang
her.
out. Trudy's cousin's friends
Why
were
not?
my friends,
Yeah.
or rather were in my class.
Yes.
So whenever we'd hang out after class, Trudy's cousin would come, and so now we should hang out. So I got introduced to her, and then now she said, "Oh, babe, that's for Trudy. She's my cousin." So she took me the call. So I got to know her. But there was nothing spectacular. Just like, oh, all right, another girl, another person, another guy. It was
Honestly, because at the time we had our eyes set on other people.
Yeah.
And that's
So tell me. So you the day that your Trudy's cousin introduced, whatever. Let's just say introduction happened. Did it click in your mind like, oh, this is such a beautiful girl?
I don't even remember the day. I don't remember
honestly.
I'm like, what day was it?
I can't remember like what he was. It's so like, because I don't think the intention was that.
Did you just introduction and that's it?
Yeah.
So at what point?
You just been friendly, getting to know each other's names so that you don't call each other where. You
Or
can
like
say,
say, oh hi, and then you're embarrassed. You're like, oh, let me get this person's name.
So at what point did you think about Waturi, this girl, and perhaps even have a feeling and thinking, oh, okay, this girl is pretty?
Yeah. Well, of course, when I saw like, oh, that's a pretty girl, But like, say, my mind was elsewhere. I was head over heels over this other girl.
You were building castles in sand.
I was investing
In someone else.
I was investing in someone else. I was like, oh my gosh, I was so sure it's a girl I'll marry. And God was just like, lol, no, not gonna happen. And Tree also was in a relationship with someone else. So our minds were elsewhere, right? And of course, you just feel like, oh, that's an attractive girl. But you're not necessarily, like drawn like, oh my goodness, this is the one for me. When you go to high school, when you go to, what do you call this?
Campus,
yes.
Both relationships ended.
Yeah,
for the previous, the ones before you.
Trees was a relationship, mine was a situationship. So
okay.
Mine was just complicated. It just fizzled out. So we got to campus first year, and we were both attending USIU. And one of the things that we found out is that we each made a prayer to God. I made a prayer to God. I asked the Lord, please give me godly friends. Because I really wanted to stand in my faith in campus. And
like I'm sure you had heard stories about USIU and you think,
of course.
Well,
universities in general, there was the fear of universities in general, and then there was USIU. So
yes.
All right. And funny, coincidentally, I made the same prayer.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a simple. I never made prayer like, Lord, may I pass my exams? I just said, Lord, just give me people and friends of character. Like we
Wow.
share the same value.
And that's the same prayer. He actually made the prayer.
Yeah. And then the next day at orientation,
We met.
we met at the auditorium. He's like, Turi!
So I remember that from Alliance. I was like, wow, you came here.
Yeah.
And the reason I think was that excitement to see one another is because when we were on the Alliance, everyone was talking about going to Strathmore. You know,
Yeah.
so we were like, anyone here going to SIU? And what, 3 of us?
Yeah.
It was your cousin as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was actually meant to come.
Turi's cousin, Turi and myself.
So the 3 of you.
The 3 of us were like, you know what? We might as well get to know one another.
Because we were on
So
campus.
we decided we met, right? We decided to meet one day after lunch. Oh, really? I was going to your place. We just get to know. Oh, what's your name? Oh, my name is Laturi. My name is Anis. Oh, what's your like, okay, good. Yeah, thank God we exchanged. Then Turi's cousin comes and tells us, guys, sorry, I'm not going to SIU. I'm actually going to your end. So
Lower Cabet.
yeah, so so we went to when we went to the orientation, we met each other like, hey, at least I know someone.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And I had a band on my hand, you know, and that maybe she could tell you about that because she likes telling that story.
Yeah, no, honestly.
The band in your
Alice
hand.
had like her wristband.
A
You know,
wristband.
it was that time when, I think also to give people context, I don't think people may remember how 2008 was, tech-wise.
It's just after
In
the
technology. It was right after post-election violence. And then, like even the mobile phones, like they had no apps to just literally.
There was no
Oh, yes.
feature phones.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I don't think people
Yes,
maybe
yes.
remember there were bands like What Would Jesus Do, WWJD.
Ah, yeah,
You know, that was
yeah,
what was
yeah.
So you're cool when you had wristbands.
Wristbands and glowing.
Yeah,
You know, that wristbands.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
That was the thing.
So I had
a
mine.
band. So his band was engraved Survivor for Christ.
I got it from Keswick.
Yeah, you know? And I was like, wow. And immediately I knew that was code for this man is born again.
Yes.
Because we met in Alliance, there was no time to ask, you know, it was just biodata. So he said, I'm born
And just
again.
disclaimer, ladies, just because there's a wristband does not mean it's born again. Anyway, moving on.
So that was the
Just so you know.
Yeah, because
Just so you
it's
know.
what I
Yeah.
very
Especially these days.
Yeah.
It's tricky.
Just because he's wearing a Jesus t-shirt. No, yeah.
He's born again. I love that honey. So I said, there's no way a man would boldly wear
A wristband.
a wristband being survivor for Christ.
Yes.
So I said, could this be? And the thing is, I like what you said. I was like, is he born again? Then you inquire. You have to always inquire and validate. Is this truly
Born
what
again.
this person says he
Yes.
is? And so I asked, and I saw, I see your wristband, because I'm very attentive to detail.
Yes,
And so I saw, I was like, oh. And then he was like, you saw this? Yes, I'm born again.
Yeah.
And then another mutual friend that you knew called Eliud was there.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, yeah.
and then
We're in high school
Eliud,
together.
yeah, so Eliud also came in and he's like, yeah, I'm born again. And Alice was so ecstatic. Yeah, I'm born again. Are you born again? I was like,
Fire for Jesus.
yeah.
I was a firebrand.
Yeah.
But then you're still fire for Jesus.
I
now.
still-
You still talk boldly
Yeah,
about
very boldly.
God's
Yeah, no,
stuff.
Alice is not. You know the verse in Romans 1:16, I'm not ashamed of the gospel. Alice is not ashamed of the gospel.
That's true.
Yeah, I
It's the Paul of our times.
I'm not like, he is.
I accept that.
Yes, amen. Yeah, so I just said, Alice, keep it on the down low. Like, that's so uncool.
Yeah.
When you say you, let's be cool and fresh.
Yeah.
And nobody told me being a Christian was uncool.
Mm.
But I just felt like no one goes out there shouting about their faith. Like, just be yourself, you know. But I felt Anna's had to shout from the mountains. But later, as a believer, I realized the value of that because you already have people know where you stand. It's like a boundary, I think, statement. And so, of course, I told him, shh, yeah, I'm gonna relax. And then he was like,
I'm in the army of the Lord.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm in the secret service of the Lord.
That's what I'm telling you, secret service. Maybe secret service, eh? But you see, and then you know that thing of every part contributes. Yeah?
Yeah.
We have the part of the body,
I know,
the
right?
body, you know.
Exactly.
So secret service here we need.
As Ernest would maybe be the mouthpiece everyone sees in the body, I would definitely be the spleen. Like nobody would ever condemn into a go. Yeah, but of course, I was really glad that Ernest was that vocal. I think what's true, I remember after that I was like, how is this guy so proud of who he is? And I was like, his identity is so cocksure
Yes.
as a believer. Like it's not Ernest, I'm this. It was like the first thing I realized about Ernest. Ernest identified himself as a child of God, and he
Amazing.
was proud about that.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that was literally how we met. And then Ernest said, "You know what? You're gonna get a tree. Here's my friend Eliud. I want to start a Bible study." And then I was like, now we are talking Bible study,
That was too fast.
Yeah,
We've
and
met.
it was like, let me give me your number. Okay, Eric, give me your number. We're gonna coordinate. And I was like, Ernest, when would we have Bible study? We did orientation. The Reverend talks about Christian Union.
Yeah.
He's like, we'll just find space. He was just zealous for the gospel. Like, it was amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, but
Then during that week, as the week kept going on,
And
we bumped into a friend of ours called Kingsley,
Yeah,
and then we bumped a
Edgar.
friend of ours called Edgar, and then we had friends of us from church.
At that time, you were invited.
Esther, I was invited with Esther and went there.
Yes,
So
yes.
you know what? I gave their numbers as well. I got all their numbers, and I told them, guys, every Tuesday under the tree,
Yeah.
2 p.m. Bible study.
And there's no WhatsApp, so you have to text. Man, using his money.
Yeah, so
There's no
there was
WhatsApp.
no
So you
WhatsApp.
text each person.
So I texted all the guys, Bible study today, So and guys came.
Amazing.
Guys came and guys
Bibles.
loved it, and we just choose a book, We'd say we're gonna do the book of First. We started with First John,
Yeah, I
right?
remember.
Say First John and do a chapter, and what we do, I just assign someone to lead. I say, Tori, you're leading us to chapter 2 next week, and so it was amazing because now we had Christian friends right from week 1,
Like, God has answered.
and that
That prayer was
stand.
answered.
It
That prayer was
understand,
answered.
honestly, yeah, because the pressures in campus are they're so palpable.
Yeah.
Palpable in all aspects. From from a lot of, I think, is it from a lot of, I think, a relationship of fornication, a lot of pressure.
There's a lot of drugs,
Pornography. Yeah.
You need people to
secularism.
stand.
Yes,
And,
yes.
and that's how the body of Christ has been made, that we need each other. So that helped us stand in our year,
Absolutely.
and what it also did, it also formed a good foundation for a very pure friendship to be developed between
Amazing,
us.
amazing.
So
Yeah.
we were interacting with other people. So even if as our we still getting attracted to one another, but it was within the context of the group.
But so my question is this:
Yeah.
at that point, you said attending to each other. Like, how long did it take after the group began? Is it just the same after 2 weeks?
The group began on the first year of campus, first week of the first year of campus, and I would say the attraction. I think 6
so
months
bright.
down the line, we were attracted to one another. About 6
And
months.
both of you knew, or it was you who was attracted, but our tree was like, hey,
Well,
bruh.
I was attracted.
I mean, one thing, one thing I think also to say, I was attracted, I fell in love with my husband, first with his mind, like with his, who he was as
Brilliance.
a person. Yeah, like I'm really, generally, I tell people are attracted to different things.
Yes.
Generally, physical attraction doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
That tells you
It doesn't-
something.
Hey,
I just fooling.
I
You've been loved, my
say
friend.
that.
You've been loved.
Oh, I'm in love.
No,
Yeah.
my husband is so attractive to me.
Yeah.
But when people say I'm attracted to so the spark, like when I see people who are generally like good looking, it doesn't move anything for me. Yeah, nothing changes. I'm like, oh my god, this guy is so handsome. No, like I'm really drawn to your mind and how you process things and how you speak. And Ernest was just, his mind is just like, I was like, how did he think like that? And then there were parts of him that I really liked, but because we were friends, the shifts to the physical attraction is not immediate.
Yes.
Do you understand? Yeah, because you're not seeing them physically attractive. You're like, this is my friend.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can explain it. When you start with somebody as a friend, you rarely
Yes.
look at them like, I love hang out with them because they're hot. Rarely. So the physical attraction, like now, when I realized I loved spending time with Ernest, and then one time he would say something, I'm like, wow, look at this guy, look at his smile. Yeah, and so soon the physical attraction began. Much later, I wouldn't pinpoint a certain point. I just know one time before Ernest asked me out, that must be in 2009.
9.
I was studying for my exam,
And the guy comes and asks
and
you.
Ernest's face was everywhere. I'm reading Ernest's face, and I'm like,
You're supposed to be reading for exams, but all you see is honest.
Imagine,
Hey, my
I'm just
friend,
seeing Ernest's
but
face.
you were in love.
I was in love. That's what I was in love. Because I didn't understand how people fall in love.
Somebody who is not really attractive. The first thing is not about how you look physically. Somebody who thinks through the mind. You know what? Those kind of people who will tell you age comes with number. I mean, when they say actually
Age is but a number.
age but a number. No. There's the one that you normally say To some people, age comes with number. To some people, age comes with wisdom. So the Bible will tell you, when in number, see wisdom.
I get what you mean.
And then you're there for exams and you're thinking, Ernest.
Ernest's face was different. And
Ernest was the exam.
Imagine, Ernest was the exam. I don't know if you watched this animation called Despicable Me 2.
No, I haven't watched it.
Lucy falls in love with this guy called At some point when she's left him, when she realizes she's in love with him, she turns everywhere and she sees Gru. Like, I'm like, that's what happened to me. I'm reading, I'm saying the word, Ernest. And I'm like, Tori, focus. I'm like...
And the guy has not even asked you out yet.
Yeah. And I didn't realize when my heart shifted, it was like there was a veil. And I'm like, I love everything about this guy. And so when I'd see Ernest, I would now get flutters. You know, he would hug me. I just feel like electricity, like the word, like serious. And I'm like, I love this guy, but he hadn't asked me out. You know, so you have to maintain.
Yeah, as a lady.
Maintain.
You just
maintain. Yeah, because he has to woo you and actually make it. So he had to make it official. Yeah. But also, I must say, just to add, when Ernest said like he was attracted to me, like Ernest, I don't know, he never made comments that made you feel shy. You know, there's some guys who say, hey, Nakapoa. And then you feel like, okay, let me adjust. He was so genuine in his compliments.
Okay.
He was so genuine. And they were rare.
But
they
genuine.
Were rare.
So when it's said,
you knew it.
That's
he didn't mince and just irritate me or whatever. When told you, wow, you look nice, you look nice.
Actually, someone told me, when someone tells you you look nice, they should actually say what looks nice on you.
Yeah.
Ernest, you look smart. I love your pants. I love your hair.
I love
your
this.
hairdo. You know?
Yeah, it should be specific. And I realized with time saying that about my hair when I changed my hair. Before he wouldn't
the girl just loving hair.
He was like, I love how you've done your hair. I remember one time, maybe you don't remember now, one time we hung out watching movies at your place, all of us in the Bible study. And then I was just seated and then you're like, Tori, is this your hair? And then I was like, oh, you've been checking my hair. And then you're like, it's so long, wow. And I felt really nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I never told you that.
Don't tell me what's easy. How many years are you down the line?
And we were all friends. He didn't ask me out then, but I started feeling
oh my gosh, I remember my hostel was so small.
Yeah, when
it was so
your
small,
bed,
you couldn't even change your mind in there. You had to get out. It was a really small bed sitter, right? And we all in there, Bible study. Like 5 of us on the bed, 2 of us on the chair, 1 of us on the floor. We just sat there. So you just know that memory.
Do you remember?
Yeah, and we'd meet, we'd cook the rice.
Together.
And then we'd wash the sufuria, cook the stew.
Like one bachelor like on Sunday.
Hey, my friend, that was a serious bachelor.
Yeah.
But let me ask.
Yeah.
So, by the time you're asking Oturi out,
yes,
you knew that this chick, by the way, you just say yes.
Yeah, so we had developed a very solid friendship during that time. I established that we loved the Lord, and I loved the Lord as well. And then beyond that, we had some mutual natural interest. We both loved theater, so we both joined the theater club, and we loved acting. She introduced me to theater. I never knew I had a gift in acting.
Oh wow!
So she told me, just try. So I went and I auditioned for the play, and I got the leading role.
Yeah.
And I was shocked. I was like, I've never acted in my life, and the director was like, you're a natural, So we hung out a lot on Fridays at the theater club. So and then we found out we both love books. We both love reading. We also realized we both love just discussions concerning life and whatever's going on. We love life discussions. We talk that a lot, and so our interests really built a strong natural friendship.
So do you think, and even as we continue, do you think those interests were part of your indicators or part of something that contributed to you realizing, I think I love this girl,
Yes,
I love this job,
they were.
And this is just confirming the feelings
Yes.
that I have for this person.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
so the supernatural friendship, and Dr. Timothy Keller mentions this in his book, The Meaning of Marriage. He says there are 3 levels of friendship: the supernatural friendship, the natural friendship, and the romantic friendship. So for us, it cascaded in that order. We had a very strong supernatural friendship based on our walk with God. We had a very strong natural friendship based on our love for theater, our love for languages.
Culture.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. We both love languages. We both studied French, and then we both studied Spanish.
time.
So we love languages, we love culture, we love reading about other countries, we love traveling.
Yeah.
So that bonded us naturally. And then finally, romantically, So the romantic came at the end, like, oh my gosh, I'm attracted to this girl, I loved her. And then now we were both doing our driving school during that time.
Yeah.
So one day before Tree went out for her driving school test, I just, popped the question.
Will you be my girlfriend?
Yeah, I just told her,
Yeah.
would you? I got the best shirt I could wear. It was a black. It was a black pilot shirt. I mean, those pilot shirts were the thing. If you had a pilot shirt and you're a guy and it was fitting, oh man, you were the guy.
His really works out. So
Yeah.
So I had a pilot shirt. I got my jeans. My sister helped me dress that day. And then I showed up, and then I just went down on my knee.
Literally.
I went on my knee and I asked her.
And that's just asking for dating, not necessarily even for being a wife.
No. I just told her, will you be my girlfriend? And I told her, I want you to think about this. I don't want you to rush to say yes. I said, if you say no, it's okay, I'll respect it, and I'll still be your friend. Okay? If you say yes, I'll be very thrilled. But I want you to think about it if you want to say yes. I'm not asking to date you for fun. We have this mantra that if you date for fun, you could break up for fun and it will be funny. So we said, I want to, this is serious, you're not just another campus girlfriend.
Yes.
You're not just another girlfriend of my youth. I want to marry you, So if you say this, just know I am in it for the long haul,
Amazing.
And I thought you'd tell me, like, you know what, I'll think about it. Tree said yes.
There. Hey, our friend.
Yeah.
But from hearing your story, it actually tells it was a definite yes, whether you say it or no, whether he knew it or not.
Yeah.
Because I look, and especially mostly like believers, sometimes we wish God would come and speak in a loud voice. Honest.
Yes.
This is you. But you see, sometimes it's through our natural setup and setting. Because the fact that you need to say yes, because if you look back and see how you guys have come together as friends, it actually was leading towards somewhere.
It was.
And I'm so sure that kind of connection was not for everyone.
Yeah.
This, for the two of you, was more a bit exclusive. Yes, exclusive. Just they yes, you're friends, but you can see there's much more of a friends compared to the rest of the friendship.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was just walking you through. And sometimes I believe, especially for believers who say, I'm waiting for the Lord, or God will speak in a loud voice in your dreams and tell you, you may wait until Jesus come back. But sometimes it's just reflecting back. Of course, if you're in Jesus, you're in God. And that's what both of you guys did, the first thing.
The basics.
All things work together for good for those who love the Lord.
And
they're called, yes. And also the fact that everything, whether they're good decision, bad decision, they're actually, because you're in God, they're going to fall in God's way. So you're going to work for you, ultimately. And so all your path actually were leading, unveiling rather, in what God was actually doing. And so you guys started dating.
Yeah.
How was your experience in your dating? I mean, how was it? If someone wants to know, how was it? How was your dating life?
It was good, bad, and ugly.
Good, bad, and
Oh my
ugly.
days.
That is
Wow.
what
Test.
that was it, by the way.